the working world is not made for mothers with small villages. Like, I am trying so hard to find a job. I just came from my 3rd job interview. And the job I applied for was 8 to 4, which was already gonna cut it close. My kids' school won't even let me drop them off till 7:50, so I was gonna be racing it. And they were gonna have to do an after-school program, which the after-school program I figured, because it's hard to find a job that will let you off before 4 or even 5 o'clock. So I knew the afternoon part, but at least make the jobs at like 8:30 so we can get our children to school and get them to sitters. Like, you want stay-at-home moms to work and blah blah blah, but you don't give us the opportunity to do that. Like, I do not have a big village where I can expect people to get my kids to school and get them from school. I am trying, but this is freaking frustrating. This is so frustrating. Like, why can't it be easier to find a job to make an income for your family but still be able to be a parent? Like, I just don't understand why work times aren't like 8:30 to 4 is fine, or 4:30 or 5. Like, I'll figure out the afternoons, but at least make it more able for me to at least get my children to school and my toddler to a sitter. Like, what do people expect you to do? I'm crashing out.
When did the world stop moving just because you decided that you wanted to be a single mother? The question that I always have, and you know what I'm going to ask, is why aren't you married and why aren't you working together with the person that you're supposed to be in a relationship with? Now, I can't prejudge because she didn't add that part as far as the context into the conversation, but it doesn't remove it. Is that the world don't stop. It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Whatever time it is here, it's the opposite over there in Japan, right? And so you're competing on a worldwide scale and they don't owe you any sympathy. And so it's not that we want single mothers to work, it's what single mothers have to do in order to make sure that they provide for their children. And I don't understand how y'all continue to have children out of wedlock. I don't understand how y'all continue to try to raise these children on your own. And we see all of the examples of the different people that tried to do it before you and they failed miserably, and you starting to see the results of that. So when I see this woman, and let's be clear, I understand that she's probably frustrated like a lot of people right now because we don't have any more diversity, equity, and inclusion, easy work from home jobs that people can just shift around. But the fact of the matter is it's your responsibility to make sure that your children is taken care of and is yours alone. It's nobody else's fault why you can't provide for your children. And I feel sorry, I feel bad, honestly, for a lot of these people, a lot of these women that's going through this stuff. But at the same time, this is what y'all advocated for. Y'all didn't want men to be responsible for y'all. Y'all wanted to strike out and be your own thing on your own. It's not really working for most of y'all.
My kids are going back to school in less than a week and they have absolutely nothing. No school clothes, no new school shoes, no haircuts, no new backpacks, supplies, nothing. My bills are somewhere in the abyss. That's how far gone my bills are. I'm about 2 seconds away from putting all my furniture and everything I own on Facebook Marketplace just to get some money. I have been looking for a job for over a year now and nothing. I have seen many people come on this TikTok in very similar situations as me, crying tears, and they are valid. But I'm in a place where I have no more tears to cry. I have no more to cry. None. I am currently in my Job season. My Job season has absolutely nothing to do with my children's father not doing what he's supposed to do. It has nothing to do with me not having all of the support. It has nothing to do with the fact that I have been looking for a job constantly. It has nothing to do with that. I am just in my Job season. And realizing with being in my Job season, it can get absolutely worse than what it is right now. I done thought it out.
It's a lot of women that's truly going through it, and I think that they're looking for something to make them feel better about their circumstance because they need hope, and that's one of the reasons why Obama was so popular, and his journey to becoming a obviously a president of the United States of America for two times is because he sold hope, and I think that that's also what the preachers sell. The preachers sell hope, and they sell it to unsuspecting women that try to lean into something that allows for them to be able to cope with their circumstances so they can get themselves through and then ultimately hopefully come out on the other side victorious. And it doesn't mean that they're not going to be victorious, but hope is not enough in my opinion. You got to have a strong, a very, very strong support group. You also need your parents, or both parents in the children's lives that's participating. And now more than ever, you need two parents a lot of times in order to very much survive and yet alone thrive. And so when I see these women a lot of times going through it saying that they don't even have no school supplies for their children, it's heartbreaking. And I can't sit here and say that I'm so heartbroken to where I think that we should intervene, because I think that that's the responsibility of the parents and the responsibility of whoever had the children. However, it is unfortunate. I can't see religion being the out. I think religion and the Bible itself gives you the blueprint of how it is that you're supposed to live your life. It doesn't necessarily save you from yourself and your own self-inflicted wounds. And it's a very unfortunate situation.
Have y'all not noticed that there are so many freaking single moms right now? There are so many single moms. If you're a single mom and you're watching this, please like this video so I can prove my point. But the point is that there are so many single moms and it's getting out of hand. It's literally getting out of hand. What is going on with these men thinking that it's okay to make a child with somebody and walk out? Why are men nowadays so narcissistic? And if you're a man watching this and you don't agree, that's fine. That's fine. You're not one of them. You're not included in this. But for those of y'all that are walking out on your families thinking that shit is cool, you're making kids and walking out like it's nothing. What is wrong with you? Why are y'all so selfish? Do y'all not understand that these kids need a father figure? And if you're walking out and you're doing your duties because things didn't work out, I understand. But most of these men are just walking out and doing their own thing. Most of these men are just walking away from responsibility and leaving it all up to the woman. And that's not fair and it's not right. If you're going to be with somebody, then be with somebody and do right by them. Okay? And women, do better choosing men. And this goes for me too. We have to do better. Because all these kids without their daddies and these single homes, like, what is going on? This is sad. This is really, really sad. It's become a norm. It's just become a norm.
It is our cultural norm. It's the cultural norm for women to make sure that they procreate with men that they know that they're not supposed to be with. And there's a small minority of men that is procreating with the majority of women. And so, there is a level of responsibility that has to come. But again, I always say that when women advocated for equal, they said, my body, my choice. And then they advocated against updating family court laws. What did you think was going to happen? When they overcorrected and tried to place women on a pedestal instead of, focusing on creating strong family structures, when they get rid of laws that incentivize, or when they get, incentives that help women continue to divest themselves against their family, when you continue to have people that are having kids out of wedlock, and the society and the culture is overly sexualized, what do you think is going to happen? This thing is going to completely collapse and fold, and it's never going to be what you thought it was going to be. It's going to be a fraction of what you thought it was going to be, and it's going to go bad, and it's going to go south from there. But I'm curious as to what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love y'all. Appreciate you. I'll let you guys later. Peace.